You know what? You can tell that they're terrified anytime the second day it was supposed to be mostly sunny, thunderstorm clouds come out again, covering up that precious cheeks. Well, I still got the turpentine in my ears. One of these things are gonna pop. It's gonna either be a pencil ear bringing open the chassis of the Popeye, or something's gonna break. I'm hitting every angle. So, let's talk about the orbs. Let's talk about why I'm having problems with my kids right now. Let's talk about daywalkers and why there's daywalkers hiding in regular people, even if that's possible. I mean, probably so. So these soul orbs, they come out of the body, and I've seen numerous times that in these three captions here at the top, you will see that the being that is who it is or whatever is actually in the orb itself, like a CD that has a memory bank of information that basically conducts the whole embodiment of the whole life of this kid or this whoever it is. You will literally be on the orb, and this is what I'm telling you, is that Mr. Cheeks is a master chakra, if you will. I guess he's like the creator's crown, third eye chakra, or that's pretty powerful to facilitate life with your crown or your third eye chakra. I can't remember what the official name of that is. It's not the crown, it's a different one. All right, so survival of the soul, that in the afterlife, orbs in the afterlife. So this orb comes out and it has the likeness of whoever it was. So for instance, the people who are now at the last minute coming out, people that are getting lavish paychecks at the last minute, I'm telling, they're everywhere. They know that they're going to be running a miracle mile. They got incentives to be quiet. They feel like, hey, we can do this every time and I'll just live the high life and I ain't going to remember losing my brain and all, you know what I mean? They're acting like a bunch of asses over it. And they know they're going to come back because the dark side of the moon is what wipes these like CDs. Apparently the light has a negative invertation to itself to maybe send this light of information, kind of like a Mr. Cheeks, into itself and perhaps somehow invert its essence of light of itself into a reverse type pattern somehow. How the dark side of the moon likely works video kind of expresses something deeper, and I'm just still trying to get the understanding and the overstanding of how this moon works and where is it projecting from, and can we recalibrate it to wipe all of these useless eaters once they are disposed of on their own to themselves. They will give us this world back, but we need some more intel. This is as to how the moon works, so we can change the setting and wipe all these creeps clean as soon as they give themselves up to monsters. See what I'm saying? That's one really good way to clean the earth, to get rid of all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really sad because these beings, they know that deep down inside, they really don't want to do this because they need incentives. They need to take humans down with them. They need to play games and lie to humans so they can feel like they've got something. If not, then they're not going to want to do this. If they know that they're not coming back again, they're not going to want to do this. And guess what? You're not coming back again. And we're going to make sure, because we're not going to the moon ourselves. We're going to stay here completely untouched, unscathed, and we're going to watch you guys hang yourselves, pretty much. So you probably should just come out and expose these creeps and help people out instead of being greedy and hoarding everything, being unreasonable, because we all know how karma works. And it's working right now. So with that being said, this is the reason how you can make love in a room with another partner and these things float into the room. Film it with a camera and you will see these things float in the room looking for a host. If they remember who they are fucking questionable, because everybody's got the same diet. Everybody's getting the same mind control. And Your kid might look like your kid. If you're watching this channel, it's not a coincidence. You're probably going to find out that you're somebody. And that's what I'm saying. When I started staring into the sun, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I found out years later that I was somebody. It's not a coincidence if you're staring into the sun. You understand that this is like a movie. The kids that are probably in my life right now are probably really Van Horn Lutheran from 16th century. I'm telling you, bro. They're probably like Eureka for flying Sosonia Valente from Scandinavia 4,000 years ago. You see what I mean? Like your kids, they're smiling in your face, goo goo gaga. And then when this shit gets close, they want they start acting like they don't want to be around you and they want to separate and we want to be zombies. And it's like, what? What do you mean you want to be a zombie? Telling that to their friends on the phone, looking my direction while they're laughing about it. I'm like, dude, you're way too young to understand that shit. So, yeah, if you're watching this channel, don't be surprised if people start getting weird around you all of a sudden because they're telepathic and they know who's who. They know before you know who's who. They knew this Mickey Mouse thing was applied to myself before I had any clue anything was going on. It makes me wonder, are the ears present somehow in a light form that I cannot perceive just yet? Is this body walking around elusively on top of me, carrying out my activities while I got this big ass mouse on me and not realizing it? Maybe it's got a dead mouse face, like it's cut off, and I'm just walking around this Mickey with that's not on. So who knows what they're seeing? But I would never put up a wanted poster saying Mickey wanted because I know how contracts work. If I put that poster up myself, they're going to get excited knowing I did it telepathically, saying, oh, he's saying come get him. See that? Maker, I'm sorry. He created a contract on paper, posted it for all of us to see in the public. Let's go get him. Yeah, right. It ain't going to be that fucking easy. So with that being said, this is the reason why I don't trust anybody. This is the reason why you shouldn't trust anybody yourself. This is the reason why you need to cling on to dear life, the beings of light in here that are trying to lead you in the right direction. And that's the reason why you got to do it, because where's your brother in here? Where's your sister in here? Where's anybody in here? They only know who they are floating amongst themselves. So this thing hits the dark side of the moon. It wipes it like a CD. You have deja vu to show for minor glimpses of maybe a past life or something. And I'm telling you, I have no deja vu of staring into the sun, which is the deal breaker of the whole Matrix loop, and seeing into a past life to prove that it existed in the first place. You can't have deja vu unless you fucking was there. Come on. So, with that being said, check that book out, Virginia M. Hummel. Orbs in the Afterlife, Surviving the Soul. Maybe you might want to read it. Maybe you might want to read How to Survive. But I suggest going into the sun. Who knows, this thing might have some shit in there. Why don't you eat some pine nuts if you want to survive? And you open your pineal gland eating pine nuts. Program allowance. Yeah, that's your programming that allows so much, but without exiting the matrix. If you want to learn how to exit the matrix, follow this channel for truth, because it's going through the roof, and the truth is coming from the tooth, and it's all for the youth. I have nothing else to go with that. Whatever. Stay awake.